Welcome to The Ancient Way. I'm James.
I'm Marlia. Yep, that felt right. Mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Awkward silence.
Well, as I was saying it, I looked up at the TV and it's crooked. Anyways,
I love it.
I don't know. Maybe it bugs me a little bit. It's okay.
All right, James, I got some questions for you.
Okay.
So
I may fire them back at you afterwards if that's cool.
yeah, you do whatever your heart's desire is.
Okay, well, that's the desire right now. I'm just going to hit you with your own questions.
Hit me with your best shot. I'm just kidding. Tell me about this week.
This week.
Yeah. Do you feel like there was any kind of significance in this week for you?
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of significance this week. Specifically, I got a lot of stuff accomplished the past couple of weeks. Got a lot of stuff knocked out in like 2 or 3 of my important spheres of my life.
Mm.
I think I've narrowed it down. Like I've got like 4 or 5 important spheres. So one is pipeline, one is the Hoff, then I've got my family, this movie working on, then the other one, the arts thing, the art stuff. That's it. So this week was like, hey, movie priority. Make sure you got everything ready, props and writing and schedule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a scheduling person. So anyways, that was this week. And of course, things pop up. The opposition shows up this week as well in many different ways. I had a bunch of unexpected meetings this week and scheduling issues. And now it's Saturday. So it's the last day, but I'm caught up on everything.
That's
so that was
awesome.
the significance of it, because next week we're taking a vacation to shoot a movie.
Do you think, have we shared on here the story of what kind of unraveled about the new position that you have?
No.
You should share that.
I could share it.
I think the reason I want you to do it is because I feel like there's so much significance in it.
Yeah.
Of like, one, when the Lord gives you a dream, then this thing plays out, and then the token that you got in the physical realm.
Okay.
I just think that's super cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Had a dream. This was last Tuesday, or Monday night. I had a dream. If anyone's ever seen Star Wars Episode 3, which that's how kind of a scene in that movie is how this dream played out, which was fantastic in the moment. It's really cool. So in the dream, I was Anakin, basically.
You were in his body.
Yes. Fighting Count Dooku, who is the bad guy in that movie early on. And he's like the leader of the separatists. Like, there's the Republic, and he has like other ideas and stuff, breaks off like half the galaxy. That's why there's this big war going on.
It's like a church divide.
It's like a big church divide. Yeah, right.
I never thought of that.
Yeah, over something small. So anyway, in the movie and in the scene, we're fighting and stuff. Well, I beat him. He kind of falls down and yields. And in the movie, Anakin chops his hand off and like grabs his lightsaber in the air and then beheads him in the movie. Well, in the dream, rather than forcefully taking his lightsaber from him, he drops it, and this group of like bystanders, people watching, pick up the lightsaber, put it in a box, and bring it to me and like present it to me as like a gift. Then I take it out of the box, and then I beheaded him in this dream.
We should put flashes of graphic.
Yes.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. You should put some sound effects in the background. It's like one of those storybooks.
Oh yeah. It's a good story.
Yeah. So anyways, I wrote it down that morning. I was like, oh, that was fun. I'll think about that later, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Go about my day. Well, the city's forming this arts, it's kind of like an arts council called the Tyler Arts and Culture Collective. And they've been trying to do this for a long time, like really like make space for artists and everything. And it just has never come to fruition or worked out.
Mm-hmm.
From what I know, a few times over the years. But there's a lot of people that believe in it and stuff. So about a year ago, they did this sweep. The city is trying to become like an arts destination, like a designated, recognized arts HQ, basically. And they did a wave of like artists. Anyways, I'm on the council with like 11 other people. So in order to move forward and like raise money and really start making some moves, we decided we need to form like a nonprofit, form a board so that we can make legit decisions, have records of everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I go into this meeting that day, and I really honestly was kind of like, I don't know what's going to happen with it. I don't know if it's going to go off in a different direction, because it has potential to go in different ways that I don't think would be fruitful for the city and even for like, opportunity.
Even limited.
Yeah.
Just limited.
Yeah,
too.
definitely limited. And there, there's people that have good intentions and stuff, but sometimes things get like,
Stale.
Yeah, and limited. So we're in the meeting, and it comes time to elect like board members for this thing, and so we're in there, and they say, who wants to like lead it? Who wants to lead this and be basically the president? Like facilitate all the meetings, help put people in their positions, and all these things. Nobody said anything, and there were a couple nominations. I nominated somebody else that I thought would be great. Then this guy says, I think James should do it. He's like, he points at me, he's like, I think James should do it. And everybody turns and is like, is that something you'd be interested in? And I said, if everybody wants me to, I would do it. Yeah, I believe in it and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I care. So they voted me as the president of this new arts council in town. So good thing is I have authority I have pretty big pull in where it goes and stuff. And somebody asked me, well, James, why are you, there's people that I think there's people in places that are like, who is he? Like,
yeah, who dat?
Yeah, who's that? Why is he even qualified to do stuff like this?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how did he get here? Which I have a confident answer now. The Lord's put me in all these different places. No doubt, because I couldn't have done it. He's done it.
He gave you intel before it happened.
He did. And so, anyways, that happened. Cool thing. I was shocked. I did not expect it to go that way. But I'm happy to lead and like serve like people.
Yeah.
And make space for artists to function here. I know the value of it. And I know they're here. I don't want them to leave.
Yeah.
They shouldn't have to. And so anyway, I come back to work, and I've been seeing numbers. Oh my gosh. I have so many screenshots over the past 2 weeks of numbers everywhere. And I'll show you here in a little bit.
Oh, that's exciting.
Nonstop. And I'm not like sitting there like, all right, when it turns 222, I'm going to take a snapshot.
Totally.
When I look down, that's what it is.
I know. I feel that, dude. That's been my life.
Yeah. So I get back to work right after the meeting, and it's 3:33, and my phone's on 33%. I'm in there talking to some friends, and our shop manager comes out. He's like, hey, James. He like flagged me down. Just excited. And I go in there, and he has this lightsaber he's been working on for like months now. It is now completed. And he like presents it to me and shows me, turns it on. It's like, hey, it works. And
it's incredible.
If you haven't seen it, I will show you.
Oh, I definitely want to see it. I haven't seen it.
Now, well, before we end this, I'm going to go get it so you can just hear it on the thing.
Yes.
Anyways, here is the lightsaber we spoke about. I don't know how loud this is going to be. Move it around. Anyways. How heavy would you say this thing is?
I don't know.
I mean, it feels like it's got some.
It does. It's got
weight to it.
Oh, it definitely has weight to it. I could probably bicep curl that. So it's probably like 5 pounds.
Yeah. It's a sword, and the blade is not even on it yet.
It's incredible,
Anyways,
man.
that's it. That's all. Sounds cool on the microphone.
Yeah, it did.
Just like peeling oranges and all that other stuff.
We're so weird. I love it.
I know it. So yeah. So there's that token of, hey, by the way, remember that dream you had? That happened just now. And here's the icing on the cake. So
here's the token.
Yeah, here's the token.
In this dimension.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that happened.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. What about you? What is the significance of your, I would say probably the past 2 weeks as well.
Yeah. Maybe a little bit longer, but yeah.
Yeah. But it's all kind of come to a.
Yeah, it's all been coming to a head.
Yeah.
For sure. So today this is the finalization. We're moving today.
Yeah.
We got a good chunk of stuff done yesterday, but like today is going to be our first night in our new place. And
it's going to be fun.
Yeah, man. But there's been so much kick up.
Yeah.
Which has been fun to navigate. I realize there are some things that I'm more naturally gracious and can maneuver really well. There are other things I'm not so gracious in.
Yeah.
But it's been really cool. I actually had, so the reverse of that, the property that we're moving to, there's a old house.
Yeah.
That we're having to clean out. And specifically, we pulled out this emerald green chair and we put it on the front porch because we were deciding whether or not like we were going to take it, leave it, whatever. Well, we just left it on the front porch.
Okay.
Because it wasn't.
Yeah.
Anyways, but it's in great shape. But what was interesting was I actually had a friend of mine 2 days later, not knowing that we had pulled this thing out, not knowing that we had like put it in what looked like just like a presentation, just like out in front of people.
Yeah.
Had a dream about me receiving an emerald gold chair.
Wow.
With golden legs.
Yeah.
And it was in a very specific function, but I'm not going to get into all that.
Yeah.
But I thought it was very interesting that happened. They had no idea.
Oh yeah.
They had a dream about that for me, which I love because one thing that I really value about quote unquote like the body or like being in relationship with people is that your friends will also have dreams for you that put pieces to the puzzle that you also need.
Yeah.
Just like the dream that you had about Zach and I and about where our new headquarters was being located.
Yeah.
And that was actually what then ended up playing out. You know, the dream that you had about where we were going to be at. And
yeah, it's pretty specific.
It was very specific. And then
I didn't know y'all were, I didn't know specifically y'all were.
Yeah, what we were doing. But we hadn't told anybody because it had just happened the night before.
Yeah.
And how this ball started rolling and
that's kind of the value too. That just, that helped me like, okay, that was for them. That was specifically for them, that section of it, you know? So like when you do have something for somebody.
Yeah, because I
knowing
think
when to share it and who it's for and stuff like that is valuable.
Yeah. That's interesting you say that because I've been thinking about that, right? Like the dreams that we have.
Yeah.
And being able to decipher them, like when they're about us and when they're about other people.
Yeah.
Because I think we often will have dreams where we have other people playing in it.
Yeah.
But I have been guilty of really thinking that dream was about them when really it was about an issue within my own heart.
Oh yeah.
Typically about them.
Yeah, right.
Or not always, but
well, look at some of these end time dreams that these prophets have and stuff, like where the world's ending and stuff. What if that's specifically for them?
Yeah, what if it's more about their perception of something that the Lord is trying to shake out
rather than, oh, this is it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which bears no fruit. Bad fruit maybe. Sorry. Yeah.
But yeah.
It's the value of it.
But it's like, well, learning to interpret, right?
Yeah, right.
I think like if you, being in relationship with people, you have a dream about them, then you're like, hey, I had this.
Yeah.
Not sure what it means, but I'm just pitching this out. You know, like.
Yeah, and there's a real honesty about interpreting them and delivering them as well.
Totally.
Or like a yield, because like I'm using the end times doomsday dreams as an example. If you're looking for that, that's what you're going to see in that.
Mm-hmm.
So there's something easy and releasing about not having those grids too.
Yeah.
So anyways, little side quest there.
You know what's funny is I had a conversation with somebody last week actually about that. And I just kind of pitched this out because they were talking about all these prophets that have come out with all of this, like all of these dreams and stuff. And I was like, I said, do you think it's interesting that they all have these dreams, yet nobody's actually operating in that authority in the natural realm?
Yeah. Right.
And I was like, it kind of seems to be different in the Bible.
Yeah.
So Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams. Pharaoh actually was in that authority that would make shifts. Yeah. You know, like, especially when it comes to the nation, right? Or like, the governing body. And Daniel had dreams. Yep. But he had already been given a place of authority.
That's true.
Like he was actually doing the thing. You know, and so I was like,
it applied to his position.
He could do something about
it. Good thought. Yeah.
And I was like, what if everybody that's been having these nation dreams, it's really not about the nation. Yeah. But it's literally what you're saying. It's the filters. It's these grids that we've carried that are actually not his. But if you are in a place, look at the spheres that you're in. Yeah. You're probably having dreams about the authority, about the places that you do have authority. Yeah, yeah. So look into that and value that, because that's where you're going to shift things.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point. Very good point.
It came out of nowhere, wasn't it?
Oh, it's really good, though. So you got all these nation dreams, but yeah.
But what do you do? And I know everybody's like, well, it's for intercession. Okay, well, maybe. Yeah. But also, maybe
it's a track record of the Lord putting people in places of that position of authority to do something with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he seems to, like your dream, right? Yeah. He gave you intel about something that he was actually giving you to do. Yeah. And then it actually manifested.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
I'm just going to leave that there.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it actually manifested. Yeah. I think that's also a key. Because I was also talking to somebody the other day and, you know, talking about like sometimes you have to hold on to the promises of God and like all these things. And I'm not sure I can get with that thought process anymore. Yeah. Because I think you have your own desires. Yeah. And then I think you have the word of the Lord. Yeah. And I think the word of the Lord is manna. It's what's important for right here, right now. Yeah. It's the daily bread. Like, okay, what is actually being added to me in this space? And if you think that the Lord has given you a far, far, far long promise, yeah, well, maybe that's just a desire of your heart that you actually can surrender to Him. Yeah. And not actually worry about that. Yep. But create space of like, what's happening right in front of me? What are you cultivating right in front of me? What are you trying to add in? Like, because I feel that God is in the present. Yeah. He's in the present moment. Yes, He's in the future, but I think He already paved the way in the future. Sure. And I think He's already laid everything out. Yeah. So there's an element of just being in the now. Yeah. And finding the gold of what's around you now. I think that's where you start to see things from the heavenly perspective. So when you see what's now, you know? Yeah. And I know they have those scriptures like, without vision, a man will perish and all that. But I also think that could also be without vision. Like if you don't see clearly. Yeah. True. Yeah. It's not just about forecasting the future.
Without vision in general. Yeah. I think so too.
Like if you can't see what's around you.
Yeah. And that's, my gosh, you just triggered a bunch of thoughts. The vision, I want to go back into vision and clarity of vision. Yeah. But also back to the Lord using the body, one another, like sharing dreams and stuff. Like had I not shared that with you, he would have got to you another way. He would have told y'all whatever.
Totally.
But I love that interaction. And I've gotten dreams before from people especially like sometimes when I'm stuck or something and somebody gives me something, it's like, oh, okay. It's just beautiful how he uses everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big, awesome puzzle of
Yeah.
connection. One thing, this is two thoughts. With this like position and stuff that I have now, and just even up here at work and everything like that too. This past week I encountered a bunch of new people that I've never met before, and I encountered their views of God, multiple people. And rather than be bummed out about it, I had this impression, this thought of, I get to be around all these people and he's with me. And so they will either see the goodness of him in that. That's the point. They will see him more, or they'll leave,
Yeah.
or whatever. It'll frighten them. But I had instances where I heard even little comments and stuff, and it kind of hurt a little bit for him, just because like the way that people view him and they live with that grid. I was like, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were telling me, like, I can exchange that in the time, maybe not all, I'm not going to sit there and like, well, he's not like that. Like, it's going to be a slow development and a revelation for people that we're around.
He does that with us. So why wouldn't he do it with other people?
Yeah, it's just sweet.
Yeah.
But there was just a lot of language of, one of them was, well, the only plans God laughs at are the ones we make. Just like really like he's some bully up there, like, look at these stupid humans. Look at these stupid kids doing their little thing. I was like, that's just a trash way to think about him. It's not him. And then some other ones of just like, he wants us to feel pain. He wants us to feel this, and almost like this
sadistic.
Yeah, like let's cry really hard because of how bad stuff is. I don't know. It was just this weird thing.
Yeah.
But
that's funny you said that, because I thought about a client that I met with this week, and I met with her and her husband, and they're in a real sensitive time. And anyways, her husband, I shared a lot of my own experiences, not a lot, but certain ones that I felt like were pertinent to just bring encouragement to their intense time that they're in. And he looked at me so sober, just like with so much love, but also kind of like intensity.
Yeah.
And he said, I want you to know that what you say is not falling on deaf ears, but you're choosing to be transparent. I see Jesus.
Wow.
And it was just, but I feel like that's actually our goal.
That's it.
It's like in every encounter that we have with people, it's to be transparent and share our own experiences and our own journey with him.
Yeah, it is.
Because people can see him, I mean, that took me back because I was just being honest. I was just like, I was connecting to them. I was like, I was just being. And for him to look at me like that, it was like, that's what causes things to not fall on deaf ears, is the transparency and the love in it.
Yeah.
Because then everybody sees him.
We need to write that down.
Yeah.
I want you to send that to me.
Okay.
That's incredible. And that's what it's about.
Yeah, but you could feel it. Like when he said that, like my body buzzed.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, whoa. It was just sweet. It was so flippin' sweet. I mean, I had the honor and the privilege of, I always feel like it's such an honor when people let me pray over them.
Yeah.
I just do. It's like, my brother and sister, like that's like my family. But
I loved it too. Yeah.
Anyways, I digress. But
no, that's good. We had a guy up here. I'm not a long-winded prayer person at all. At all. I'm almost against going too far into it, but
6 words and I'm solid.
Oh yeah, I will get the point across, and that's all.
Jesus
that's really
did.
all we got to do. Yeah.
Should count how many times or how many words Jesus said in his prayers.
Oh, yeah, he's like, get up, just like quick. Yeah. Well, when it comes to healing somebody, or and that's fine with me. I appreciate the short stuff, but we have people come up here sometimes, and I had a buddy of mine, up here, and this guy comes up and he's like, having a horrible, rough time. Hadn't seen him since November. Met him one time in my life. Some reason comes up here just to talk, and he's like, I'm having a rough time. Would you pray for me? So I get my buddy who's with me. He's just walking down the hallway. I'm like, hey, want to pray for this guy? He's like, oh, yeah. And so we both just like briefly, but like I fully just prayed for this dude and like blessed him and stuff and his family. And it was just like so natural. Even with him, I was like, hey, come on. And he just like came in here, my friend, and it's beautiful and just quick and like, but he felt it. That dude felt it to come in here and even to feel the love of like, yeah, and the words and stuff. It's real brief, but it's an honor. I'm like, yes, absolutely. It's like you've come to the right place.
Yeah.
I fully want this for you, you know? And that's with you as well.
Yeah.
It's just what we do.
I love that though. Like these little pockets of like the well.
Yeah.
Like people coming to the well to actually get a drink.
Yeah.
It's like,
that's right.
They've met us at the well.
Yeah. It's great.
Yeah, man.
So a lot of
how cool the opportunities that we have. That like if we had eyes to see.
Yeah.
Vision.
Yep.
You know, to see that. That's what, man, I'm going to get on this 5 seconds.
Do it.
But like the harvest is all around us. The harvest is already ripe.
Yeah.
Like have eyes to see that they're everybody. And you don't even have to like always pray for people or whatever. But like when that thing comes across your plate.
You'll know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't think everybody's ready for it all the time. You know, I think sometimes we sow seeds. Sometimes we're watering. Sometimes like we're actually getting to fully help things grow. But anyways, it's just, I just feel like life is such a flippin' joy.
It is.
Like
yeah, it is.
It's so freaking cool. But
it really is.
It does feel like a massive shift coming.
Yeah.
Feels like a massive like doo 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 doo.
Oh yeah.
Like a good right turn.
Yeah, for sure. A sharp right turn. Yeah.
Sharp right.
Oh yeah.
But we're going in the right direction.
Yeah, definitely. That's good.
Yeah. May is coming.
Yeah. I saw a thing somewhere, a meme or something. I thought of you as hilarious.
Oh gosh.
It said, April chemtrails bring May flowers.
That's real though.
Yeah. And I was like, chemtrail. I had to think about it because I'm not, and I was like, oh yes, the airplane.
Yeah.
And Marley is the one that brought she get a kick out of that.
It's so true though.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of, have you seen these storms that have been happening the last 2 weeks?
Oh yeah, of course.
I gotta show you. I'm going to post these on the Instagram because I need you to see these.
Okay.
My sister sent them. They're all around Belton.
Yeah.
But they literally look like portals opening up.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I got to post these because legit the sky is like this light blue and this. I've never seen anything like this.
It's like an upside down blue volcano.
It is like, oh my gosh, it's totally like a blue volcano.
That's incredible.
But it does look like a portal opening up.
Oh yeah.
And then
post that.
Yeah, I was going to post that and then this like weird funnel. But it's the colors, dude.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like light blue and then dark blue. And then I have one that is like pink and yellow, white.
Wow.
These like crazy, crazy clouds. And then
I've never seen anything.
This last one, there's a hot pink in the clouds. These are not filtered.
No, because if they were, those trees would be saturated. Wow.
Yeah, dude. So it's like, okay, so this last picture I just posted or just showed James is like the sky is like blue, like a nighttime, right? It was like 5:20 in the morning.
Yeah.
But then there's hot pink in it.
It's like a deep saturated color. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Wow.
That might or might not be chemtrails. It's beautiful, but also chemtrails.
Yeah, yeah. Could be.
Well, because they found that they have different colors. Like aluminum is a different color.
Yeah.
Because that's really what it is. It's just a bunch of
toxic metals.
Toxic metals, yeah.
Okay.
That's what chemtrails are.
Okay.
But the next time it snows, which it'll probably snow in July or something, light your snow on fire and you'll see it.
Really?
Yeah, they did that the last time. It burned black.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Dory, I was talking to Dory about it one day, and she goes, yeah, but all the lightning gives it all the I guess it's not nitric oxide. Oh, I just blanked on that word.
Yar.
Anyways, but she was like, it's really good for the plants. And I was like, of course, you would bring something so positive to my negative chemtrails.
That's funny. That's funny.
She did give me a good shift in perspective, though.
That's good.
Mama Dory does that.
Oh, yeah.
But
good.
Y'all look for chemtrails.
Yeah. Right.
And the radio waves in the sky.
Yeah. Golly, everything.
Yeah. All right, look at our Instagram.
Yep. Check out those pictures.
All right.
See y'all next time. If you enjoyed this episode of the Ancient Way podcast, drop us a like, share with your friends, share with your family. And if you would like to support us and what we are doing, and you would like to play a direct role in our growth and things that we do in the future,
we have a donation spot at the bottom of our show notes. So you can click on that, give however much you want. We appreciate absolutely everything. We appreciate our listeners. And everybody that's already come alongside and encouraged us, and even everybody that's been on our show. So thanks, guys.